Okay, so today we're talking about habits a bit. This is the Church of RNK. My name is Rosemary Nonny Knight. A pleasure as always to hang out with you. We're going to be talking a little bit about habits and some of the things that you might not even realize is just a habit in your life, okay? Some of the stuff that keeps you from the success that you actually want, keeps you from the personal growth, the personal development, the spiritual growth, the making the money, the impacting people, all of that stuff. Most of the time, the only reason why you're not doing the things that you really want to do is literally habit. You've got into the habit of living life in a certain way, and guess what? It's both a joy and a curse, I suppose. The joy is that you get to change anything. You can change anything you want to change. Really, just by changing the habit around it. The curse, of course, is that you've got to change the habit around it. Basically, it's like one of the things that I hear from people a lot of the time is, you know, whenever people join my mailing list, one of the first things I ask them is, okay, what do you feel is a struggle at the moment? And almost always, someone is telling me about their money. Now, I know, and you may agree or disagree, okay? I know that money is never really the problem. Creativity is the problem. However, once you get into the habit of saying to yourself that money is your problem, that you don't have enough money to do or to get the support you need, to do the advertising you need to do, or to start the business, or to do this and that and the other, or to impact people, or to go to the third world somewhere and build a well, or any of that stuff. As soon as you say that to yourself, you kind of shut down all creativity. You've made it like impossible for you to actually find a way forward. It's like I sent an email back to somebody today because this person had said that, you know, money was an issue and fear. Now, the problem is that it becomes a horrible cycle, doesn't it? So you tell yourself you have no money, then you get afraid because you have no money because, oh my gosh, how am I going to pay my bills? But I really want to start this thing over here, but I have no money. And so it comes back again. And then you're afraid because you have no money. And then you have no money. And then you don't do anything to actually break out of the cycle because you're afraid or you have no money. And you're kind of trapped, basically. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you've kind of trapped yourself in a very bad situation because you're telling yourself you have no money and you can't do the things that you want to do. But then you're also afraid to go and get the money. You're afraid to do what it takes to get the money. And it's all habit. You've convinced yourself, okay? And you might be listening to me, and it's the truth. That I used to do this. So I say this not from a judgmental place at all. I say this from a place of having overcome this crazy cycle that we find ourselves in at times. Where, yeah, you're telling yourself you have no money. And so it becomes a habit. Oh, I have no money. I have no money. I'm always broke. I can't do this. Oh, there's more months at the end of the money. Or something. And you're saying it and saying it and saying it. It becomes your identity. It becomes who you are. For goodness sake, is that person that can only just about make it through. And this is it. I was a pharmacist and I was this person, okay? So this isn't about, oh, you're only earning 20,000 a year or something. Although in the UK, actually, I think the average is about 28. Is it? I don't know. I was earning more than the average, that's for sure. But still, I felt broke because it was a habit. My habit was to be broke. My habit was to always spend a little bit more than I had. My habit was to speak about how, oh, you know, I just don't have the money right now. Oh, I can't do this thing over here. Although actually, you know what, when it came to business and such, even when I was dabbling, even in my dabbling phase, pre-children, I would always invest in business and invest in myself. That was always the thing. It was actually during my bankruptcy and depression that I kind of got to the point where it was just like, why have I been doing this? None of it is working. But it wasn't working because I wasn't actually working it. So I got into some crazy habits that had kept me from seeing that there were opportunities and there were things I could do. In fact, I got into fear. So I would dabble at business, spend a lot of money trying to learn this and the other, but then I wouldn't actually implement any of it because I was petrified of actually doing something and actually taking myself out into the marketplace. But can you see why? You have a habit of saying you're broke and you have a habit of being afraid. So therefore, you're kind of doomed. So our affirmation for today is this. I choose habits that take me forward. I choose habits that take me forward. That's our affirmation for today because, honey, you get to choose. You can choose to be broke and afraid, okay? That'll keep you stuck. Or you can choose to be someone who, right now, I don't have all the money in the world, but I know abundance is mine. Okay, so I'm going to start practicing saying abundance is mine. I'm going to start practicing looking for opportunities around me. I'm going to start practicing being someone who just accepts abundance from wherever it comes from. But then we don't stop there though. I'm also going to practice being somebody who is brave. I'm going to practice taking action that it goes beyond what I feel I am capable of. I am going to practice this stuff. Hey guys, say hello. Say hello. This is a different place and I kind of feel really weird doing this here, especially with my daughter in the background. But, but say hello to me. Say hello to me. I want to hear from you guys. Tell me, are you hearing what I'm saying? Say hi, tell me where you're streaming in from, that'd be really cool. But have you got some habits that you need to dump? Do you have some habits that are just kind of keeping you away from the life that you claim that you want, okay? Because, okay, even like decision is another thing. Some people say, oh, I'm really bad at making decisions. Well, you're really bad at making decisions because you've not gotten into the habit of making decisions. It's like with my daughters now, I try to get them to make decisions as early as possible because I know how confusing it can get when you're older and suddenly it's all on you. And if you feel like you can't make decisions because you've not practiced enough and not built the habit of being someone who makes decisions, then yes, you'll see yourself as that person who is always a little bit dithery, a little bit wavy. And again, I used to be this person, so I don't come at this. It's like, so people listening to me, you might think, oh, but you're only speaking to people who are weak or something. No, honey, I'm a particularly strong person, if I do say so myself. And yet I saw in myself, especially when I started in business, that I was too dithery. I'd spent so long, and this is unfortunately, school trains you to be this way, your family trains you to be this way, where everybody else is making decisions for you, telling you what they think is best for you. So then when it comes for you to take full responsibility for your own life, you find yourself a little bit nervous about making decisions, a little bit nervous about saying or doing anything because, oh my gosh, it might be the wrong thing. What is the wrong thing? There is no wrong thing. The only way you'll do the wrong thing is if you react badly or you stop or you just go crazy at the end of it because you did something and this particular thing erupted or this particular result happened. But you can just deal with the result. What is wrong? There is no wrong. There is no right. There is just what are you going to do next? But until you see that and you recognize that you can handle whatever comes your way, you will dither. And it's a habit. It's a habit of dithering, a habit of procrastinating on making any kind of decision, a habit. And this habit will keep you from wealth. It will keep you from impacting the people you're called to impact. It'll keep you from influencing anybody. It'll keep you from getting the life that you absolutely want to get. So again, it's a habit. I choose habits that take me forward. I choose habits that take me forward. It is your choice. It is your choice to choose a more useful habit. Taking risks. Now that's a habit as well. Or not taking risks, which is the habit most people demonstrate. Most people go with the, oh, I'm not going to take a risk. I'm going to do all the same stuff that my parents did and my parents' parents did and then my family and everybody does. And I'm not going to try anything new because, oh my gosh, it might kill me. Oh, please. Taking risks is also a habit, or not taking risks is a habit. You get into the habit of trying too hard to be super safe all the time. And then you don't get the life that you desire because, honey, the big life you want is not going to be found in your comfort zone. It isn't, okay? Whatever. You're not going to find it in your comfort zone. You're going to find your big, amazing life outside of your comfort zone. Oh, actually, the sun is making me quite hot. So it's a habit. To dare, when you get two choices, there's a really safe one or the one that might expand you a little bit, it's a habit to choose the one that will expand you a little bit. I'm not saying you need to jump in the deep end, although sometimes you need to. I'm not saying you need to do all of that immediately. Maybe you just need to, ease your way up to it. Instead of always going for the more comfortable choice, make it a habit to take a few risks here, there, and everywhere. To do something a little bit more than you used to do. Because you know that you want to live a bigger version of life. You want to experience more of life. Then why do you think that you're going to keep doing the same stuff and get a different result? You're not. You are going to have to expand. You're going to have to take expanded actions. You're going to take a few risks. Okay? So get into the habit of practicing smaller risks or small steps out of your comfort zone. So that when you have to take a bigger risk, you're used to it. It's a habit now that, oh, I don't just stay comfortable. I actually choose to expand. It's a choice and a habit. Success is a habit. Because it's all these little actions, little behaviors that you do over and over and over again that either determine whether you stay stuck or whether you continue to explode and your life continues to expand and you get everything that you're here to get. If not, you just get to live this life where you're always, or you have this glass ceiling above your head because you keep taking the same actions. You keep reacting in the same way to different issues. You keep bringing the same reaction to it because you haven't practiced taking a few more risks. You haven't practiced being that successful person you see yourself as being in your head. Except you see it in your head, but then at the same time you think that what you are right now is all you can be. Well, you don't think it because there's a part of you that is really hungry for the more, but you're not sure how to get to the more. And so you think you need to make decisions from this place where your habits have got you here, but in order for you to move over there, you're going to have to expand. You're going to have to be more. So it's like decision making, whether you're taking risks or not, boundaries. Oh my gosh, boundaries is another one. It's a habit as well. Do you keep saying yes to people when you should say no? And so your time keeps disappearing all the time. You keep saying yes and yes and yes when you know inside of you that you're going to feel resentful because it's your time disappeared, okay? And you had other things to do, but because you were too, I don't know what, too nice to say no, you keep saying yes. And so you don't put boundaries in place. People can just walk in your house. People can just kind of do anything they feel like to you because, that person will be fine. She'll be fine. He'll be fine. Doesn't matter. Have you put boundaries in place? It's a habit. A habit. You've created a habit in yourself that you're allowing people to kind of walk all over you. And you've created a habit for those people because they now think that they can. Because you allowed it to happen. It became a habit. Everybody now knows that you are that person who, oh, well, if I ask, they'll help. Which is fine. I'm not saying you want to be completely horrible. But I am saying that if you're not moving forward in your life and you see that you're helping everybody else, and lots of people tell me this, I get lots of messages from lots of people saying I've built so many other people's dreams and other people's visions, but when is it going to be my turn? It'll be your turn when you make the habit of making it your turn. When you take on the habit of taking responsibility for your time, that even when it seems like a good thing to do, is it the best thing you can do with your time right now? If it's not the best thing you can do with your time right now, why the heck are you doing it? And so it's a habit that you continually ask instead of the habit of saying, oh yes, I'll help. Oh yes, I'll do that. Oh yes, I'll run the errand. Oh yes, I'll be at that church event. I'll be there. I'll do this. I'll do that. No. Take a moment. Is this helping me move forward in the call on my life? Or am I just saying yes because it's what I always say? Is it because I've created a habit of saying yes without thinking about it? Well, I'm asking you to think. What do you want your life to say? What legacy do you want to leave behind? Because, honey, every single day, your life is tick, 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 tocking away. Are you using, my daughter, are you using it in the way you would like to use it? Are you putting the right boundaries in place? Are you creating a habit of putting the right boundaries in place? Or what of, oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. And this one I do, and I have to catch myself. And I keep telling my family, when you hear me say that, you tell me, stop it, because I am affirming, oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I'm so tired. Do you do that as well? It's become a habit. That it just kind of, oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm tired. No, you're not. You are vital. You are full of energy. And then you start to be that person. You make it your identity that you are full of energy and full of vitality. I choose habits that take me forward. 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 It's a choice, it's a choice, it's a choice. I'm always tired or I'm full of energy. And then you start to act as somebody who is full of energy instead of acting as somebody who is always like, oh, tired. It is a choice and it's a habit. So you're catching yourself what are you speaking over yourself all the time, and what are you acting into, and what habits have you taken on board, and are they helping you or are they hindering you? What else? What else did I want to mention here? Oh, overwhelm. Overwhelm is another one. Where, again, you get into the habit of saying, oh, I'm so overwhelmed. There's so much to do. I have to do this and I have to do that. And oh my God, how am I supposed to do it all? Oh. And I get it. It can be, you know what, we're building a big life here. It can feel as though there's just things coming at you all the time. But how does it help you to keep saying that to yourself, though? Does it help you? Or has it also become a habit? So even when you actually take a moment to think about it, you can maybe make a list of things that you need to do. Maybe they're not as much as you're imagining they are. Maybe they are, okay? But whichever way, even if you do have loads of stuff to do, how does it help you to keep telling yourself that you're overwhelmed? How does it help you to keep telling yourself that, oh my gosh, I'm not sure I can cope with all of this stuff? Of course you can cope. Nothing will ever come your way that you're not able to handle. Ever. Okay? So yeah, you can handle it. It's whether you choose to. That's a different thing altogether. And again, it's a habit. What if you chose to see yourself as someone who can handle it? Can handle whatever. It's like, I'm a home educating mother. I have a business and I have another business and all this and But I could get overwhelmed. Or I decide, no. I am someone who makes big things happen. So, yeah. Basically, that's it. So I don't complain about being overwhelmed. No. I do the priorities. I make my priorities happen, and everything else waits. But then, because I'm not spending time thinking about whether I'm overwhelmed or not, that time is then used for actually doing something, basically, rather than worrying about the fact that, oh my gosh, there's so much to do. And I don't want to diminish it. It can feel a lot. It can feel a lot, and it can feel endless with your task list. But again, you get a choice as to become someone who has a habit of thinking, I'm overwhelmed and I'm not sure I can cope, or you become someone who knows that there's nothing I can't deal with. I am absolutely capable and able to make whatever I want to make happen. Even in the midst of chaos, I am more than capable of staying strong and being that firm light in the middle of it all. Because I'm leader, I'm history maker, man. I'm deliberate millionaire. Okay? So these things are habit. Patience, another one of my, I'm working on it. I'm a lot more patient now that I'm a mother, that's for sure. But patience as well. Love. Joy. Being happy. All of this stuff, these can be habits that you form. Habits that you choose. Over and over and over again. Everything comes down to a choice. Sometimes people kind of get into their head that, oh, well, either I'm a patient person or I'm not a patient person. Either I'm someone that can be grateful or I'm not someone that can be. It's not true. You get a choice. Do you want to be a patient person? Do you want to be joyful? Do you want to be happy? Do you want to be someone that creates success or not? You get to choose. So you get to choose the habits that make you patient, that make you happy, that make you joyful, that make you love yourself, that make you believe in yourself. It's a choice. All of it is a choice. So are you choosing the habits that you want to keep, or are you telling yourself, well, I have no choice, this is just the way I am? It's a lie. It is not just the way you are, it's the way you decided that you were going to be. And yeah, I'm sure that there's all kinds of reasons why you are the way you are right now, but it doesn't mean you have to stay there. It doesn't mean you have to stay there. It's your choice. I choose habits that take me forward. 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 So yes, that is the Church of RNK today. To make the decision to choose habits that are going to empower you rather than disempower you. Because every single thing happening to you right now, everything is a choice on your part. The way you react to everything, to every event, and you can't control stuff outside of you for sure, but you can definitely control your reaction to all of these things. You can definitely control your identity in all of this stuff. Whenever you catch yourself saying, well, it's just the way I am, think to yourself, is it the way I want to be though? Because if it's not the way I want to be, then I don't need to keep it. I don't need to keep it. I get to choose. Oh, I'm broke all the time. Why? You don't have to be broke all the time. You get to choose, man. So what are you choosing? Are you choosing a life that empowers you, or are you choosing a life that disempowers you? It's the Church of RNK, man. Let's get serious and let's get real with each other. Until the next time, much love. Much love. Bye.